Good morning, everyone. This August body is about to commence its regular session. Everybody is requested to please rise.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 13th regular session. This 13th regular session is now called to order. May I request Honorable Anand to lead the prayer to be followed by the singing of the national anthem and recitation of the Councilor's Creed.
Let's put ourselves in the presence of God, in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we stand in your holy presence as our supreme judge. We humbly beseech you to bless and inspire us so that what we think, say, and do will be in accordance with your will. Enlighten our minds, strengthen our spirit, and fill our hearts with fraternal love, wisdom, and understanding, so that we can become effective channels of truth, justice, and peace. In our proceedings today, guide us in the path of righteousness for the fulfillment of your greater glory. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
I am a Philippine councilor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as a guiding principle of official acts and as I thread the pathways of local legislation. May the Almighty guide my mind and heart that I shall be true to my constituents and to the Philippine people.
Once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 13th regular session dated March 29, 2021. At this point in time, I request our Secretary, Madam Leila, to please call the roll.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Good morning, everyone. This is the 13th regular session dated March 29, 2021 for the roll call of attendance. Honorable John Ray Gavina, City Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer.
Present.
Present. Honorable John Paulo Hintiles. Present. Honorable Gregorio Uduhali III.
Present.
Present. Honorable Attorney Divona Humamil. Present. Honorable Emiterio Blase. Present. Honorable Flupon Royal Catalan. Present. Honorable Attorney Wendell Enad. Present. Honorable Emmanuel Pamisaran is on special leave. Honorable Dizon Namuwag. Present. Honorable Rinante Bangoy. Present. Honorable Wahid Ranain. Present. Honorable Conrad Theodore Matutino is not yet around. Honorable Dato Rodrigo Ambasan. Present. Honorable Danica Laika Karisma. Present. Honorable Chair, there are 12 who answered to the call.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. This 13th regular session is now in order and in quorum. At this point in time, I request our floor leader, Honorable Duhali, to facilitate our proceedings. Go ahead. Good morning.
All right, nice morning, Honorable Presiding Officer, members of this August Chamber, the Secretariat, and of course our TV viewers. I think we're live on Facebook right now. Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, kindly let me pass, rather, a resolution dispensing the reading of the journal and minutes of the 12th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 22, 2021. I so move, Mr. President.
To Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Blase. Any comments? Amendments? Objections? Hearing none, the motion dispensing the reading of the journal and minutes of the 12th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 22, 2021 is hereby duly carried and approved.
In connection, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, this humble representation would like to pass a resolution approving the journal and minutes of the 12th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 22, 2021. I so move, Mr. President.
Again, it was moved by Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Renain, Honorable Ambasan. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion approving the journal and minutes of the 12th regular session of the 8th City Council dated March 22, 2021 is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the privilege hour, nobody wants to avail, and also for the question hour, nobody manifested. For the reading and referral of the proposed measure at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the Secretary to the Sangguniang.
Okay, Madam Leila is recognized by the chair. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable Floor Leader. For the reading and referral of proposed measure, under the proposed ordinance, we have 4. We have none under the proposed resolutions, and we have 5 items under the petitions, requests, and other communications. For the proposed ordinance, A.1 is proposed City Ordinance Number 12, Series of 2021, partially reorganizing the organizational structure and staffing and classification action summary of the local government unit of Panabo City, particularly under the Office of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, and defining its roles and functions. Proponent, Honorable John Ray Gavina.
Item 8.1 to be referred to the Committee on Good Government, Public Ethics, and Accountabilities.
But beforehand, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do acknowledge the presence of Honorable Conrad Teodoro.
Okay, the chair acknowledges the presence of Honorable Matutino. Okay, go ahead, Madam Secretary.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. For A.2 is proposed City Ordinance Number 13, Series 2021, amending City Ordinance Number 01-21 by inserting a provision for Section 4, particularly under Nurse 2 and Nurse 3 modified positions under the City Health Office Primary Health Care Section. Proponent, Honorable Dizon Namuag, MBA.
Item 8.2 to be referred to the Committee on Good Government, Public Ethics, and Accountabilities.
8.3 is proposed City Ordinance Number 15, Series of 2021, codification of economic enterprises in the City of Panabo. Proponent, Honorable Jano Paulo Hintiles.
Item 8.3 to be referred to the Joint Committees on Ways and Means and Government Enterprises and Laws, Justice, and Human Rights for finding and investigation.
A.4 is proposed City Ordinance Number 16, Series of 2021, entitled An Ordinance Creating the Office of the Senior Citizens Affairs and Establishing the Senior Citizens Organization in the City of Panabo, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Proponent, Honorable Flupon Royal Catalan.
Item 8.4 to be referred to the Committee on Social Services.
Under the petitions, requests, and other communications, C.1 is letter from Honorable Jose Irilampago, City Mayor, dated March 17, 2021, requesting authority to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Understanding between the City of Panabo through the City Social Welfare and Development Office and the Department of Social Welfare and Development Field Office 11 relative to the implementation of supplementary feeding program on its 11th cycle in the city.
Item C.1 to be referred to Committee on Social Services.
C.2 is letter from Honorable Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 19, 2021, requesting authority to sign the deed of exchange between the City Government of Panabo and Maricar May Ricafort concerning the parcels of land located at Barangay Salvacion, Panabo City.
Item C.2 to be referred to the Joint Committees on Housing, Zoning, and Urban Development and Laws, Justice, and Human Rights for finding and investigation.
C.3 is letter from Honorable Jose E. Relampago, City Mayor, dated March 12, 2021, endorsing the following for appropriate action. A. Local School Board Resolution Number 21, Series of 2020, a resolution recommending to the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Panabo City the renaming of the Tagpuri Integrated School to Lorenzo T. Concepcion Integrated School. And B is Local School Board Resolution Number 25, Series of 2020, recommending to the honorable members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Panabo City for the establishment of Nanyun National High School.
Item C.3 to be referred to the Committee on Education, Culture, and Scouting.
C.4 is Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 03 Series of 2021 of Barangay Santo Niño approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Santo Niño, Panabo City amounting to 810,195 pesos and 50 cents.
Item C.4 to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
C.5 is letter from Fiona Loren Molina, Corporate Secretary of Haven United Development Corporation, dated March 23, 2021, requesting for reclassification of areas located at Barangay Datu Abdul, Manay, Kauswagan, and Quezon, Panabo City from agricultural to residential.
Item C.5 to be referred to the Committee on Housing, Zoning, and Urban Development.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, done with the committee referral. We are now on the number 10, committee reports. We have 5 items. Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, let me pass a resolution dispensing the reading of these 5 committee reports. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Humamil, Honorable Hinteles, and Honorable Blase. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion dispensing the reading of the 5 committee reports is hereby duly carried and approved.
First to deliver his committee reports, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the distinguished gentleman from Barangay New Visayas, Honorable Dison Namuwag.
Okay, Honorable Namuwag is now recognized by the Chair.
Yeah.
Okay, good morning, each and everyone. Good morning to the President. I would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report Number 1, Series of 2021, Committee on Good Government, Public Ethics, and Accountabilities relating to the request for amendment of the organizational structure, staffing, and classification, action summary or OSCAS of the City Government of Panabo under the City Ordinance Number 05-18, particularly on the modification of the position attributes of the following positions under the City Health Office. City Health Office Primary, from position title Nurse 2, salary grade 15, to position title Nurse 1 to salary grade 15. Healthcare section, Nurse 3 with salary grade 15 to Nurse 2 with salary grade 17. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Namuwag, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Duhali.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested, therefore debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Nobody once again interested. Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report Number 1, Series 2021, Committee on Good Government, Public Ethics, and Accountabilities, regarding request for amendment of the organizational structure, staffing, and classification action summary of the City Government of Panabo under City Ordinance Number 5-18, particularly on the modification of the position attributes of the following positions under the City Health Office is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for his committee report number 26, series of 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriation. At this juncture, kindly do acknowledge again from the distinguished gentleman from Barangay New Visayas, the proponent, Honorable Wahid Palanga Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Nanain. Honorable Nanain is recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. Good morning to the members of the 8th City Council. Mr. President, would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report Number 26, Series of 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriation, regarding Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution Number 4, Series of 2020 of Barangay Waterfall, entitled Approving the 2021 Annual Budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Waterfall, Panabo City, amounting to 265,144 pesos and 60 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Anain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Enteles.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report number 26, Series 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriations regarding Sangguniang Kabataan Resolution number 004, Series of 2020 of Barangay Waterfall, approving the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Waterfall, Panabo City, amounting to 265,144 pesos and 60 centavos is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture for his, Committee Report number 27, Series of 2021, same committee, Committee on Finance and Appropriation. At this juncture, once again, can we do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Lanain?
Okay, again, Honorable Anain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I move to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report number 27, Series of 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriation regarding Appropriation Ordinance number 5, Series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 Supplemental Budget number 4 of Barangay Katipunan, Panabo City, amounting to 662,581 pesos and 74 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Anain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Carisma, and Honorable Ambasad.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Once again, nobody seems interested. Debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report number 3. Committee Report number 27, Series 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriations regarding Appropriation Ordinance number 5, Series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020, Supplemental Budget number 4 of Barangay Katipunan, Panabo City, amounting to 602,581 pesos and 74 centavos is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the this is for the augmentation ordinance of Barangay Maduao, Committee Report number 28. For the third time, can you do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Lanain?
Okay, again, Honorable Anain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much. I move to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report number 28, Series of 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriation regarding Augmentation Ordinance number 1, Series of 2020 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 145,842 pesos and 57 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Anain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Once again, nobody seems interested. Therefore, debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report number 28, Series 2021, Committee on Finance and Appropriations regarding Augmentation Ordinance number 1, Series of 2020 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 145,842 pesos and 57 centavos is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, Committee Report number 1 of the Committee on Social Services. This is in regards to the Bahay Pag-asa MOA. At this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the young, smart, and good-looking Honorable Plopon Royal Catalan.
Okay, Honorable Catalan is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader. Good morning to each and everyone. Mr. President, I would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report number 1, Series 2021, Committee on Social Services regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the Provincial Government of Davao del Norte, amending thereof the second party as authorized under Resolution Number 348 Series 2019 from Bahay Pag-asa, New Corelia to Provincial Government of Davao del Norte. I so move, Mr. President.
Mr. by Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Ranain, Honorable Humamil, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Motino, Honorable Duhali, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report Number 1, Series 2021, Committee on Social Services, regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the Provincial Government of Davao del Norte, amending thereof the second party as authorized under Resolution Number 348, Series 2019, from Bahay Pag-asa, New Corelia to Provincial Government of Davao del Norte, is hereby duly carried and approved.
A minute of recess, Honorable Presiding
Okay,
Officer.
1 minute recess, declared by the chair. Ato untang special session Loy kay Loy. Sa special session ba kay rapper na gibutang tanan siya mula misa. Isulod po. Ah. Na. Kaya na ka? Okay, session resume. Thank you,
Alright.
Honorable Dolly.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the committee number 6, which part of the inclusion at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Attorney Devona Humamil.
Okay, Honorable Humamil is now recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, and to our Majority Floor Leader. Good morning, everyone. I would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report Number 3, Series 2021, on the Committees on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, fact-finding and investigation regarding the request for authority of the City Mayor to sign the contract of service between the City Government of Panabo and Elmer Donaire Fernandez and Jeffrey Cavite Miedes for their services for the major activities of the 20th Araw ng Panabo celebration from March 1 to 31, 2021. I so move, Mr. President.
To assume by Honorable Humamil, duly seconded by Honorable Anain.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Renante Bangoy.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask just a clarification from the proponent if what are the services being catered by these two persons?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bangoy. Go ahead, Honorable Humamil.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Honorable Bangoy. To answer the question, first, from Elmer Fernandez, he performed as stage designer or decorator for the 20th Araw ng Panabo activities, and for Jeffrey Miedes, he performed as an artistic director in the Midibining Panabo 2021.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are they have a permit as an organizer in our license as an organizer in our as part of the business permit requirement?
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Honorable Humamil.
To be candid in this August chamber, Mr. Presiding Officer, this representation does not have any knowledge if they have permits as artistic director or stage designer director, and also I don't believe that there is a proper authority wherein they can claim that kind of permit, Mr. President.
Thank you. Go ahead, Honorable Bangoy.
1 minute recess, Mr. President.
Okay, 1 minute recess declared by the chair.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, can you do acknowledge the Honorable Proponent, Honorable Humamil?
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Humamil.
Thank you so much, Honorable Presiding Officer, and to our Majority Floor Leader. Mr. President, I would like to withdraw my previous motion and will refer this back to the committee.
With tourism.
And also, Mr. Officer, I would like to move that this be referred.
For a while, 1 minute, just as the chair. Sa isa lang po. Sa isa
Okay.
lang. I-withdraw lang sa una.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I move to withdraw my previous motion, Mr. Officer.
To sue by Honorable Humamil, duly seconded by Honorable Anain, Honorable Banggoy, Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Ambasan, and Honorable Blase. Okay.
All right,
Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion withdrawing the committee report number 3, series 2021 is hereby duly carried and approved.
Another motion, Mr.
Okay, go ahead.
Presiding Officer. By virtue of all the discussions made earlier, I move that the said item, Mr. Officer, be referred back to the Committees on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, Fact-Finding, and Investigation, together with the Committee on Tourism. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Humamil, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Banggoy, and Honorable Blase. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion returning back the committee report number 3 to the Committee on Laws, Joint Committees on Laws and Tourism is hereby duly carried and approved.
all right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for committee report number 4, of which it has been included a while ago. At this juncture, once again, can you do acknowledge Honorable Devona Humamil?
Okay, Honorable Humamil is now recognized with the chair.
Thank you again, Mr. Presiding Officer, and to our Majority Floor Leader. I would like to pass a resolution adopting Committee Report Number 4, Series 2021, on the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, Fact-Finding, and Investigation regarding the request for authority of the City Mayor to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City of Panabo and Smart Communication Incorporated for its partnership with the City in the 20th araw ng Panabo celebration by providing the prizes, banners of advertisement, and other merchandise for its events and activities. I so move, Mr. President.
To sue by Honorable Humamil, duly seconded by Honorable Anain, Honorable Banggoy, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Honorable Presiding Officer, can you do acknowledge Honorable Puloy-Inad?
Okay, good. Honorable Anad.
Thank you, Mr. President. We are live. Just a few questions to our proponent, Mr. President. We have been preparing, we have been celebrating the annual Araw ng Panabo activities. May we ask from the proponent, Mr. President, why is that the request is being made only right now when we could have acted upon on this matter way back before, 1 month ago, weeks ago. It is as if, Mr. President, that we are being pushed to the wall. Mr. President, may we ask from the proponent?
Thank you, Honorable Anad. Good. Honorable Humamil.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Actually, we also raised that concern when we conducted the last committee hearing as to why the referral of this item was submitted to us so untimely and very, very late, actually. They said that there has been if I will put it in a subtle way, there is a miscommunication between the SMART and our City Legal Office as to how they are going to conduct the MOA or the letter of intent. And the letter of intent was actually submitted also late. So that is why when it was referred here, the Araw ng Panabo has just started.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Mamil. Go ahead, Honorable Anand.
One more question, Mr. President. Will the proponent agree with me, with this humble representation, that the rights and obligation under the contract, the memorandum of agreement to be signed by the local chief executive, have been already implemented, Mr. President, despite of no authority given by the Sangguniang to the LCE?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Anand. Go ahead, Honorable Mamil.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. If you will peruse the memorandum of agreement, I hope the IT can show the council.
Attachment, the MOA.
Yes, the attachment. In the MOA, there is an attachment marked as Annex A. That is the letter of intent coming from SMART. So when we interviewed the representative of SMART, they said that they only released, at the time when we conducted the committee report, at the committee hearing, they released the price and freebies for the SK events with an estimated cost of 50,000. Now, in the second part, can you go sa Annex A? The motocross country challenge has a price of an estimated cost of 10,000 pesos. So I don't know if they already released that. And the rest of the prices and freebies weren't released yet because SMART is waiting for the memorandum of agreement.
I think it's not the SK, it's the Kabataan.
Oh yeah,
It's
sorry.
activity.
Yes, the Kabataan activity. Sorry, I stand corrected.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Anand.
Mr. President, and one of the proposed stipulation under the memorandum of agreement is for the SMART to provide free Wi-Fi internet services, Mr. President. May we know if this assumed obligation by the SMART communication has been already provided by the same company?
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Mamil.
Okay. When we interviewed the representative from SMART, she manifested to me that they did not release the free internet amounting to 200,000 pesos because they were waiting for the memorandum of agreement. Actually, if I may present this for us to understand this clearly, SMART submitted a letter of intent, and under their terms, the city mayor, if he will accept the terms in the letter of intent, the city mayor will sign the letter of intent, and then they will meet together to craft a memorandum of agreement. Now, the executive coming based on the statement of the city legal office representative said that the city legal office wanted to craft a MOA first before mayor can sign the letter of intent. And it was actually their idea that the letter of intent should not be signed anymore if there is a memorandum of agreement. Now, SMART, under their terms, will not release a board resolution authorizing their representative to sign the memorandum of agreement if the city mayor will not sign the letter of intent. So there are two conflicting terms coming from the parties. That is why when we conducted the committee committee hearing, SMART accepted the terms of the city that they will just present their board resolution upon the approval of this council, of this memorandum of agreement. That is why there's delay in the prices and all other terms coming from SMART.
Okay, thank you. Good, Honorable Anand.
Mr. President, I would like to manifest that no contract may be entered into for and in behalf of the LGU except by the LCE with the authority of the Sangguniang Panglungsod. Now, the reason why I'm emphasizing this, Mr. President, the letter of intent is just an offer. It's just an offer. It is not a contract. That's why, nevertheless, Mr. President, this is a month-long celebration. Week-long?
Month-long.
Month-long celebration. This should have been prepared long back ago. So I think by next time, Mr. President, I would like to request the executive department to be prudent enough to prepare the said matter, and we cannot also afford to hamper the celebration of our month-long celebration. So with that, Mr. President, I am now conveying my intention to approve this proposed measure.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Anand. Before that, 1 minute recess declare of the chair. Say hatang 200,000 worth lang, dili cash. Worth of minutes. Yung sabi na. Okay, any more?
All right, I think everybody has been satisfied by the explanation of the honorable proponent, honorable presiding officer. Period of debate and deliberation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and deliberation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendment.
Period of amendment is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Any objections from the floor? Hearing none, the motion adopting Committee Report Number 4, Series 2021, Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights Fact-Finding and Investigation, regarding request for authority of the City Mayor to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City of Panabo and the Smart Communication for its partnership with the city in the 20th Araw ng Panabo celebration by providing the prizes, banners, and advertisement and the other merchandise for its event and activities is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, honorable presiding officer, done with the inclusion of the committee reports. We are now on the adoption of the agenda. We have 4 calendared items, and we have 1 for the inclusion for the unassigned business by the Honorable Dibona Humamil, and for the third and final reading, we've got 2. Now, therefore, honorable presiding officer, let me pass a resolution adopting the business of the day. I so move, Mr. President.
To sub Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Hinteles, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Blase, and Honorable Bangoy. Any comments? amendments, objections? Hearing none, the motion adopting the agenda of the 8th City Council with one inclusion is hereby duly carried and approved.
First to deliver his proposed resolution number 5A, series of 2021, Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the distinguished gentleman from Barangay New Visayas, Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. I move to pass a resolution declaring the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Waterfall, Panabo City, amounting to 265,144 pesos and 60 centavos, operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. President.
Trust to by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Carisma, and Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Lamuwag.
Period of debate and deliberation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
At this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do acknowledge the Honorable Wendell Linat,
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Anad.
the legendary.
Again, Mr. President, we have been approving annual budget for the barangay, the Sangguniang budget, Sangguniang Kabataan budget, the annual budget of our barangays. May we know, Mr. President, for the consumption of our viewing public, what is the essence of considering and approving the barangay budget by this august body?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Anad. Go ahead, Honorable Ranain.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I guess the interpolator have asked this on the previous previous sessions, Mr. President. Again, Mr. President, for the consumption of the viewing public, the rule of the Sangguniang Panlungsod as embodied in the RA 7160 states that the local budget of the barangay must pass through the Sangguniang Panlungsod for the review of their budget and also the approval of it. That is the reason, Mr. President. Why is it that the Sangguniang Panlungsod, particularly the Committee on Finance, has reviewed the annual budget, whether supplemental or the Sangguniang Kabataan budget of the barangay will pass through the committee. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Ranain. Go ahead, Honorable Anad.
Thank you, Mr. President. The proponent is now saying that under the Local Government Code of 1991, it is mandatory for this august body to review all ordinances of the barangays. Now, may we know, Mr. President, what are the valid grounds for the denial of a barangay ordinance, Mr. President?
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Honorable Ranain.
First, Mr. President, the denial of the barangay budget, if the appropriation made by the barangay is not in accordance with the, shall we say, the mandatory appropriation that has to be budgeted by the barangay, and also they are appropriating on the not legal na mga budgetary, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Honorable Anad. Any more?
Now, last question, Mr. President. Will the proponent agree with me that if the Sangguniang Panlungsod sees that the barangay ordinance is prejudicial to the interest of the general public of Panabo City, will that be a good ground, valid ground for the denial of the said barangay ordinance?
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Ranain.
Thank you, Mr. President. If the Sangguniang Barangay, whether the Sangguniang Kabataan or the regular Sangguniang Barangay, tend to appropriate their budget into the, shall we say, not prejudicial to the, shall we say, to the barangay itself. Therefore, Mr. President, with the recommendation of the City Budget Office, as also the reviewing authority of the, shall we say, the Sangguniang or the city level, Therefore, Mr. President, the Sangguniang Panlungsod, particularly the committee, will deny the annual budget of such barangay.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Nayan. Go ahead, Honorable Anand. Any more?
Will the proponent agree with me, Mr. President, that the only ground for the denial of a barangay ordinance, particularly this appropriation ordinance or annual budget of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, is only ultra vires, meaning beyond the scope of the barangay to appropriate the same?
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Nayan.
I agree, Mr. President.
Okay, any more, Honorable Anand?
That's what I'm talking about, Mr. President.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, done with the explanation made by the Honorable Proponent, and also the Honorable Interpolator had been satisfied. At this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, period of debate and interpellation is now closed up in the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
Period of amendments now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 58, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting yes for the motion raised, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Attorney Humamil, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted yes for the motion.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 58, series 2021, declaring the 2021 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Waterfall, Panabo City, amounting to 265,144 pesos and 60 centavos, operative in its entirety, is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, for the proposed budget number 59, series of 2021, regarding the supplemental budget of Barangay Katipunan, at this juncture, once again, kindly do acknowledge the Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. President. I move to pass a resolution declaring the appropriation ordinance number 5, series of 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 supplemental budget number 4 of Barangay Katipunan, Panabo City, amounting to 662,581 pesos and 74 centavos, operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. President.
Trustee by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Duhali, Honorable Hinteles, and Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
Period of amendments now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 59, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for its operative in its entirety, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Attorney Humamil, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 59, series 2021, declaring the appropriation ordinance number 5, series 2020, embodying the calendar year 2020 supplemental budget number 4 of Barangay Katipunan, Panabo City, amounting to 662,581 pesos and 74 centavos, is hereby operative in its entirety, is hereby duly carried and approved.
Once again, Honorable Presiding Officer, finally, the confirmation of augmentation ordinance number 1 of Barangay Madoao, Panabo City. Proposed resolution number 60, series of 2021. At this juncture, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Palanga Ranain.
Very good, Honorable Ranain.
Thank you so much for the compliment, Mr. Floor Leader. Thank you, Mr. President. I move to pass a resolution confirming augmentation ordinance number 1, series of 2020 of Barangay Madwao, Panabo City, amounting to 145,842 pesos and 57 centavos. I so move, Mr. President.
Trustee by Honorable Ranain, duly seconded by Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Ambasan.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate or interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now in the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments is now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 60, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting for its confirmation, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Ambasan. May we know the votes of the others? Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Namuag, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Attorney Humamil, Honorable Attorney Enad, the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted yes for the measure.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 60, series 2021, confirming augmentation ordinance number 1, series of 2020 of Barangay Maduao, Panabo City, amounting to 145,842 pesos and 57 centavos is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, item number 4 of the proposed resolution number 61, series of 2021, at this juncture, kindly do acknowledge the proponent, Honorable Plopon Royal Catalan, the young, smart, and good-looking.
Okay, Honorable Catalan is now recognized by the Chair.
Same as you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, good. Edu Manzano.
Thank you. Thank you, Piolo Pascual. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader. Again, good morning to the members of the Council. Mr. President, this representation would like to pass a resolution amending SP Resolution number 348, Series 2019, on the authority of the City Mayor Jose Iri Lampagos to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Provincial Government of Davao del Norte concerning the rehabilitation, productivity skills training, and psychological treatment of children in conflict with the law at the Bahay Pag-asa, New Corellia. I so move, Mr. President.
Trustee by Honorable Catalan, duly seconded by Honorable Anain and Honorable Matutino.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Honorable Presiding Officer, at this juncture, the legendary Wendell Inad would like to throw a question.
Okay, good. Honorable Anad.
Thank you, Mr. President. I assume, Mr. President, that there was a previous authority granted favorably to the local chief executive with respect to the operation of the Bahay Pag-asa facility. Now, I am a private practitioner, Mr. President, and I have clients, CICL clients, and they have been committed to the said facility. May we know, Mr. President, as to who represented and signed the previous memorandum of agreement between the LGU Panabo and Bahay Pag-asa New Corellia facility, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Anad. Good. Honorable Catalan.
Actually, Mr. President, this legislation, Mr. President, pertains particularly to the parties involved. This MOA, as you remember, was already passed by this council way back in 2019, if the record will show. It's in 2019. However, the party that was named is the local government unit and the Bahay Pag-asa. But according to this letter coming from the provincial government addressed to the city mayor, and the mayor also addressed a certain letter to the Sangguniang Panglungsod, it states that the second party shall be amended to the provincial government of Davao del Norte. So it is not anymore as the second party the Bahay Pag-asa, because Bahay Pag-asa, it's the provincial government of Davao del Norte is the appropriate party to enter into with the local government unit of Panabo. So that is the essence here of this proposed legislation, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Catalan. Good. Honorable Anad.
Mr. President, the reason why I am raising this question as to who represented the Bahay Pag-asa for its operation as facility for CICL is because we are now about to grant mayor or local executive an authority to enter into between the province of Davao del Norte. Now, what will happen to the previous agreement, memorandum of agreement, entered into by the LGU with respect to Bahay Pag-asa? If we will grant the LCE to sign with the province of Davao del Norte without the consent of the Bahay Pag-asa. That's why I am asking, Mr. President, as to who represented Bahay Pag-asa New Corilla facility, Mr. President.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Catalan.
Mr. President, if I may be allowed to read the letter coming from the mayor, Mr. President, it states that the provincial government of Davao del Norte amending thereof the second party as authorized under the resolution number 348 series 2019 from Bahay Pag-asa New Corilla to provincial government of Davao del Norte. It is said that upon the submission of the MOA to the provincial government of Davao del Norte for the governor's signature, the provincial legal office required the amendment of the MOA in referring to the second party from Bahay Pag-asa New Corilla to provincial government of Davao del Norte. Precisely because, Mr. President, the Bahay Pag-asa under the New Corilla is under the provincial government of Davao del Norte. So according to the provincial legal officer, it is the appropriate party to enter into a MOA is not the Bahay Pag-asa, but the provincial government of Davao del Norte through the provincial governor.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Catalan. Go ahead, Honorable Anad.
One last question, Mr.
Okay, go ahead.
Will the proponent agree with me that once we grant the mayor, at the same time the LCE will sign the memorandum of agreement with the consent of this, with the authority of this august body, the previous agreement between the Bahay Pag-asa New Corilla will now be superseded and of no effect?
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Catalan.
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Anad. Any more?
That's all, Mr. President.
Thank you.
All right, done with the debate and interpellation, Honorable Presiding Officer. The period of debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
Period of amendments is now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 61, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting yes for the authority, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Gentiles, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Karisma, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Attorney Homamil. May we know the votes of the others? Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Ranain, and the proponent, Honorable Catalan. All members present voted yes for the measure, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 61, series 2021, amending SP resolution number 348, series 2019, on the authority of the City Mayor Jose E. Relampagos to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Panabo and the Provincial Government of Davao del Norte concerning the rehabilitation, productivity, skills, training, and psychological treatment of children in conflict with law at the Bahay Pag-asa New Corilla is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, we're through with the calendar business, but we have one item for the unassigned business. At this juncture, can you do acknowledge the proponent, the Honorable Devona Humamil?
Okay, Honorable Humamil is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer and Term Majority Floor Leader. I would like to pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor Jose E. Relampagos to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement between the City Government of Panabo and Smart Communications Incorporated for its partnership with the city in the 20th Araw ng Panabo celebration by providing the prices, banners, and of advertisement and other merchandise for its events and activities. I so move, Mr. President.
Those two by Honorable Humamil, duly seconded by Honorable Anad, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Arnain, and Honorable Blase.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Period of debate and interpellation is now open.
Nobody seems interested. Debate and interpellation is now closed. Open the period of amendments.
Period of debate and interpellation is now closed. We're now on the period of amendments.
Period of amendments now closed.
Period of amendments now closed. Those who are in favor of the said proposed resolution number 63, series 2021, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting yes to grant the authority, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Renain. May we know the vote of Honorable Attorney Enad, and the proponent, Honorable Attorney Humamil. All members present voted yes for the authority, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed resolution number 63, series 2021, authorizing the City Mayor Jose Irialampagos to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement between the City Government of Panabo and Smart Communication for its partnership with the city in the 20th Araw ng Panabo celebration by providing the prices, banners, and of advertisement and other merchandise for each events and activities is hereby duly carried and approved.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, done with the unassigned business. We have 2 items for the third and final reading. First to deliver is for third and final reading on behalf of His gorgeous, smart, and young-looking author, Honorable Gregorio Duhali. Kindly to acknowledge Honorable Jano Paulo Gentiles.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable Intiles.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. Good morning to each and everyone. Mr. President, I would like to pass for third and final reading the proposed City Ordinance Number 5, Series of 2021, establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway Project alignment in the city of Panabo. I so move, Mr. President.
Consumed by Honorable Intiles, duly seconded by Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, and Honorable Bangoy. Since this is for third and final reading, those who are in favor of the said proposed City Ordinance number 5, Series 2021 for third and final reading, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting yes for the no-build zone, we have Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Namuwag, the proponent, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Ranain. May we know the votes of our lawyers? Honorable Attorney Enad and Honorable Attorney Humamil. All members present voted yes for the ordinance, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed City Ordinance number 5, Series 2021, establishing a no-build zone along the Mindanao Railway Project alignment in the city of Panabo is hereby duly carried and approved for third and final reading.
All right, thank you, members of this August Chamber, for your concurrence by your concurrence to this honorable or to the honorable Gentiles for the passing of this ordinance. And second, to deliver for the third and final reading, this is appropriation number ordinance number 14 series of 2021. At this juncture, Honorable Presiding Officer, kindly do acknowledge Honorable Wahid Renain.
Okay, Honorable Renain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you again, Mr. President and Mr. Floor Leader. Mr. President, I move to pass for the approval for the third and final reading of the proposed appropriation ordinance number 14 series 2021 entitled authorizing the annual budget of the city of Panabo, Davao del Norte for fiscal year 2021 in the total amount of 1,185,281,644 pesos and 1 centavo, covering the various expenditures for the operation of the city government and appropriating the funds for the purpose as amended. I so move, Mr. President.
Consumed by Honorable Renain, duly seconded by Honorable Humamil, Honorable Duhali, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Blase, and Honorable Namuwag. Those who are in favor of the said proposed appropriation ordinance number 14, series 2021 for third and final reading, can you please raise your hand? Madam Secretary, can you please count?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Voting yes for its amendment, we have Honorable Duhali, Honorable Blase, Honorable Ambasan, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Carisma, Honorable Catalan, Honorable Bangoy, Honorable Hintiles, Honorable Namuwag, Honorable Attorney Enad, Honorable Attorney Humamil, and the proponent, Honorable Ranain. All members present voted yes for its amendment.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. The proposed appropriation ordinance number 14, Series 2021, authorizing the annual budget of the City of Panabo, Davao del Norte for fiscal year 2021 in the total amount of 1,185,281,644 pesos and 1 centavo, covering the various expenditures for the operation of the city government and appropriating funds for the purpose as amended is hereby duly carried and approved for third and final reading.
All right, thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. We are now on the announcement portion. First, anybody? The Honorable Wahid Ranain.
Okay, Honorable Ranain is now recognized by the Chair.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I would like to request the presence of the members of the Committee on Finance as well as the members of the Committee on Housing to please be around this 1 p.m. for a committee hearing. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Ranain.
Next to deliver his announcement, Honorable Presiding Officer, can you do acknowledge Honorable the legendary Wendell Inat?
Okay, good, Honorable Anand.
Also, Mr. President, to all members of the Committee on Environment, as well as the members of Committee on Laws and Justice, please be informed that we will be having our committee hearing this afternoon at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, this has reference to the order of the Department of Environment finding that the disposal site located at Barangay Malitbog is operating as an open dam site. Otherwise stated, Mr. President, we have been found and we have been ordered by the DNR to immediately close the said open dam site and to have it rehabilitated. And there's a need for us, so as to solve the same problem, there's a need for us to fast-track the legislation of sanitary landfill for us to immediately utilize the same. Otherwise, administrative liability may be had, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Anand.
All right, to the Secretary, to the Sangguniang, do you have any announcement, ma'am?
Okay, good. Madam
Yes,
Secretary.
Honorable Floor Leader and Honorable Chair, we do have an announcement for our private secretaries. If you have items for agenda, please endorse those to the Secretariat until 12 noon tomorrow morning, since we don't have work on Wednesday and Holy Week the holidays are coming. That's for the next Monday's agenda. That would be all, Honorable
Okay.
Chair.
All right,
Thank you.
Honorable Presiding Officer, it's your time.
No announcements from the Chair. Happy araw ng Panabo to all Panabuans.
All right, Honorable Presiding Officer, 20 minutes past the hour of 11, I move to pass a resolution adjourning this honorable session.
To sue Honorable Duhali, duly seconded by Honorable Henteles, Honorable Matutino, Honorable Blase, Honorable Enad, Honorable Umamil. Any comments, amendments, objections? Hearing none, session adjourned.